The journey began in 1891 in Redditch, England. What started as a humble bicycle manufacturing business soon evolved into the Enfield Cycle Company, producing its first motorcycle in 1901. But from the very start, Royal Enfield struggled to carve out its space. Competing against bigger, more well-established brands like Triumph and Norton, the company faced constant financial pressure. Early sales were modest, and while they kept producing, their presence in the market was far from dominant. Footage of motorcycles used in World War I and II, battlefields, and post-war scenes. The World Wars gave Enfield a chance to survive as they supplied motorcycles to the British military. The Bullet model, first launched in the 1930s, became a sturdy war machine. But once the wars ended, so did the government contracts. The post-war economy saw a steep decline in motorcycle demand, and Royal Enfield found itself fighting for survival once again. By the 1950s, Royal Enfield was barely staying afloat. While they had a loyal customer base in the UK, their motorcycles were seen as outdated compared to new, faster models from Japanese brands like Honda, Suzuki, and Yamaha. The British motorcycle industry as a whole was shrinking, and Enfield was no exception. In the midst of this struggle, Royal Enfield made a pivotal move India. In 1955, they began exporting their motorcycles to India, where the government and military were looking for durable bikes to patrol rugged borders. The Bullet 350 was chosen for its reliability, and a factory was set up in Madras, now Chennai, to assemble these motorcycles locally. This was a lifeline for Royal Enfield, but it wasn't enough to pull the company out of trouble. While sales in India offered temporary relief, the brand continued to struggle globally. In the 1960s, Enfield's UK operations were hemorrhaging money. The market was flooded with superior, more affordable motorcycles from Japan, and the brand's presence continued to decline. In India, production continued, but Royal Enfield was barely keeping its head above water. The bikes were outdated, the technology hadn't seen significant improvements, and sales stagnated. Many believed Royal Enfield would fade away entirely, becoming a relic of the past. But in 1994, a glimmer of hope appeared when Eicher Motors, a commercial vehicle company, decided to take a chance on the struggling motorcycle manufacturer. At first, the acquisition didn't seem to bring much improvement. By 2000, Royal Enfield was still producing fewer than 2,000 motorcycles per month. Sales were dismal and the future looked bleak. It was at this moment that Siddhartha Lal, the young and ambitious CEO of Eicher Motors, made a bold decision. He recognized the potential in Royal Enfield's heritage, its deep connection to the Bullet, and its cult-like following in India. Lal believed that with the right focus, Royal Enfield could become more than just a struggling brand. Lal made drastic changes. He reduced Eicher's focus on other divisions and committed resources to rebuilding Royal Enfield. The first major step was improving the quality of the bikes. In 2008, Royal Enfield introduced the Classic 500, a retro-styled bike with modern engineering, aimed at a global audience. The bike was a hit, both in India and abroad. By 2010, sales had begun to climb steadily. Enfield re-entered the international market, establishing a foothold in Europe and North America. What was once a dying brand became a symbol of resilience, a motorcycle loved for its old-school charm and modern reliability. From producing just a few thousand motorcycles annually, Royal Enfield saw exponential growth. By 2018, they were selling more than 850,000 units a year, becoming the world's largest manufacturer of mid-size motorcycles. Models like the Himalayan and Interceptor 650 helped Royal Enfield expand its global reach. Enfield's cult following grew stronger with every passing year, and the brand transformed from a relic of the past into a modern-day legend. Its story of struggle and survival resonated with riders across the globe, creating a unique brotherhood of Enfield enthusiasts. Now, Royal Enfield is looking to the future. The company has set its sights on new frontiers, including the development of electric motorcycles, with plans to launch by 2025. They continue to invest in innovation while preserving the rugged, timeless appeal that made them famous. The struggle is what defines Royal Enfield's journey. From the ashes of a dying company to the pinnacle of success, their story is one of grit, passion, and an unwavering commitment to keep riding. no matter how tough the road ahead. Thank you for watching. If you found this story inspiring, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments which Royal Enfield moment is your favorite. Until next time, ride on and keep the spirit of adventure alive.